Good morning, YouTube. Bassist Lamson here. A couple things before we get started here. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, as I believe the YouTubers say. And I'm tuned down 1/2 step, so if you're trying to play along, just a heads up, it's going to be off by a fret. Chords on the bass sound wonderful, right? Especially in a studio. But sometimes live, they don't quite come off the way that you want them to. Very often they sound muddy. So what I want to do is I want to share with you a couple things that I do. The band that I'm in currently, sometimes there's a lot of members on stage, and volume and clarity can definitely be an issue. Chords would very often sound extremely muddy within the mix if I didn't do some things to kind of clean it up a little bit. So let's start with an A major chord. So we'll just do a basic root, third, fifth stacking. So the first note of the scale, third note of the scale, and the fifth note of the scale. So we'll play the A, C sharp, and the E. Sounds fine, but it's muddy. You have the low A root there. That's good, but it's muddy. You could just go up an octave, right? That's better, but now you don't have the low root. So your job as a bass player, if you're wanting to play that low root, now you have basically taken that option away from yourself if you go up and play it up here. So what do? You want to have the low root, but you still want to play the chord. You still want to help fill out the harmony. So the first thing that I would do is, you have your chord here, is I would flip where the third is. I would actually go up an octave with that third. So instead of playing A, C sharp, E, I would play A, E, C sharp up there, like this. So that third is now, I guess it would be a 10th. So what was this? It's now this. And that works well. Works good. You can even go up an octave with it, right? You can even go up here with it. Still works. Works good. The next thing, in fact, this is probably what I do more often than not, is that I will completely remove the fifth out of that chord. So I'll just leave the E out. Typically, you don't even need that fifth in there. It's probably somewhere else in the ensemble. Somebody else is playing that fifth somewhere else. So you can leave it out. So what was root, fifth, 10th, or I guess, I'll just call it a third, root, fifth, third, because that third that's what its function is. So what was this? I will take out the E, I'll take out the fifth, and I will double the octave. So so maybe more clear, I will double the root. So then I will have A, and I'll still keep that C sharp up top, like that. And that works really well. In fact, this is probably what I do more often than not. And it works up high too. Nice and clean. Sounds good. And doing that, once again, you still get to have the low A in there. So you're still filling out the role of the instrument within the ensemble, but you're putting a second root and the third up top. So once again, I would stay away from this. This is better. This is more often probably the best answer. All right. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll do what I can to get to those questions, and I'll do what I can to answer them for you. Alrighty? See you later. Peace.